Better Man here. This is the Yosenju profile from the duel series we just did. I've been pretty happy with it. I've been testing Yosenju since they came out. I kind of fell in love with them after a while since they have like the combination of effects I care the most about. So here it is. 3,1, 3,2, 3,3. Sorry about that. 3 Sujik. That's pretty common among all Yosenjus. It's like 3 of the 4 that everyone cares about. Really synergistic. Yosenju Honest, Yosenju Searcher, Yosenju Compulse, and Yosenju Watt Cobra. It's pretty fantastic. Continuing on to Shinshu L. I like Shinshu L a lot, both as a monster to normal summon, because if you normal summon it with one of the other effects, it protects you from D-Prison or Fiendish Chain or Compulse or a couple of the other battle phases because they have to target it. Or you can just place it in the Pendulum Zone, which protects you from Bottomless or Torrential or Mirror Force. All in all, it's a really good card. It also makes Secret Move a little bit more live, which is really nice. I only play it at 2 because you don't want to see it all the time, but you want to have it. So, pretty great. And 1 Thunder King Ryo. I like Thunder King Ryo a lot. It gives the deck a little bit of defense. And since you do search with Duality and Tenki and Kama 3, it's not the best, but more often than not, I can summon it to block my opponent out, and then I'll just tribute it off to prevent a special summon or something. But it's like 1 turn of preventing them from doing like Reinforcements of the Army or Necroz Bryonic and Scout, so I really like it a lot. Just all around good card. For the spells, I have 3 Tenki. All of my monsters are Beast Warriors except for Thunder King and Shinshu L, so Tenki is just fantastic. 3 Duality. Since all of my guys give me additional normal summons, I can spam the field under a Duality, which just makes this card so fantastic. A lot of people are running 2. I think 3 is better. It's a really good consistency. Oftentimes it's just free cards. A little bit better than Upstart in this deck. Triple Space. I think that's just standard at this point, and I think it'll continue to be standard until space gets hit. Really good. 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Dimensional Fissure. Book of Moon is just an all-around good purpose spell card. I think it's the best spell card in the game right now. Maybe Regeku's better, but Book of Moon is just fantastic. It's defensive, it's offensive, it's effect negation, it's attack negation, it just does all sorts of things. And since all my monsters bounce back, D-Fissure is really good against like half the decks, and that's it for that, or for spells. Traps, 2 Secret Move. The Yosenju counter trap is not as good as the Satoa Knight's counter trap, but it is pretty decent. I only play it at 2 since I can't play it if I have Thunder King or if I don't have the Pendulum on the field. It's more often than not better on my turn, just because I can prevent a Mirror Force. The play today was to prevent the Mind Crush with the Pendulum on the field. That was really nice. I really like it, but 3 is too cloggy, and since it's searchable by Kama 3, it's just all around really good. But yeah, a little bit too situational play at 3. 2 Mind Crush. Mind Crush is fantastic. This deck can play it probably the best to this format, just because I'll almost always have cards in my hand since my monsters bounce back. It means it's almost never dead because I played my hand. Every deck searches. It's just super fantastic, this format. 2 Mirror Force. Mirror Force is really, really good this format. The only matchup it's bad against is Shadal's and maybe Cleese or Madolche's, but I don't think it's worth not playing. D-Prison was really good for a while, but Mirror Force is better right now. 2 Fiendish Chain. Effect negation, attack negation, really good. 1 Vanities, because I can only play 1. 1 Macro, because I can only play 1. 1 Bottomless. 1 Solemn, because both of those are staple. 1 Torrential, because I can only play 1. In Japan, where this is at 3, Yosenju just wrecks face with it, because I never have monsters on their turn. And 1 Ring of Destruction, because Ring of Destruction is super legit. Especially in a deck this speed. And that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Extra deck, in kind of the order of importance. 1 Tiger King. I make Tiger King if I need protection or if I need to search. The free Tenki is often really useful, but more often than not, I go into him because he's an immediate plus, and I just need field presence because I'm worried about just being defeated on my opponent's turn. Really good card. 2 Chidori. Lightning Chidori is another one that pays for itself on summon. Chidori is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite XYZs. I've been playing it for a long time, and since everything's wind, it just fits in really well. Double Cowboy. Since I can get 4 monsters on the field with really easily, and this deck can put in about 6,500 damage in one turn out of nowhere if you have one of each of the 4 monsters that you play that can attack. Double Cowboy for game is super good. And since this deck doesn't really need extra deck cards, I have the space for the second Cowboy. Castel, because it's a staple. Exiton, because it's a staple. 101, because it's a staple. Number 80, because it's a staple. All 4 of these are pretty good. It depends on the matchup. Exiton Knight if you're losing. Castel is a win more card. Really good against Shadal, really good against a couple of decks. Bragna Zero, it's kind of for the mirror match since Tenki is fantastic. It hurts a couple of rogue decks. It used to hurt Cleese a lot more, but not as much now. 1 Black Ship, I like burn damage, so I like Black Ship right now. Emerald. Emerald's in case I get mirror forced or something bad happens to a bunch of monsters, so I can just kind of recycle. I may or may not replace it with something else, I haven't decided yet, but I really like it so far. 1 Abyss Dweller, it's also kind of a staple at this point, and Steel Swarm Roach. Steel Swarm Roach I really like because you can kind of hate on Shadals, you can kind of hate on Spiritual Beasts, and it's been out of style for a while, but it's coming back. This is 14 cards. The 15th card I'm planning on playing is Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. It can't be targeted. It's it requires 3 level 4, so it's a little bit more situational, but it's slightly better than Heartland Draco because it can't be targeted at all. So it's another way to just get in damage because it's direct attack at 2,000 and it can't be targeted. So yeah, and then I have part of my side deck prepared. Eventually it'll be 2 fire, 2 ice. Fire and ice hand are really good. That's all there is. 2 Fossil Dyna. Fossil Dyna is fantastic in this deck. In the same way that I can still spam under Duality, I can spam with Fossil Dyna on the field. Eventually I'll play a second Max C. 1 Regeki, 1 Dark Hole. I'm not maining these because I have ways to bounce monsters and I have ways to attack directly, so I'm not too worried about not being able to put damage in. But under the Jin Lock or something dumb,